I'm not even going to count. I'm just going to do a bunch of damage. 330. Welcome back to the channel, Little Flexers. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we have an original archetype, one that I haven't seen anywhere. And I love bringing this kind of content to you all because it makes me feel kind of cool being on the front edge of these kinds of new deck creations. And also, I know you guys like watching innovative and creative decks. So if you like doing 330 damage on turn 2, if you like one-shotting VMAXs or ADP or really anything that stands in your way, this is the deck for you. So let's get right into it. How does this thing work? Well, you'll notice that we have a number of Incineroar-GX, and we're going to try to get these out onto the field so that we can power up our Greninja Zoroarks. These two kind of work as a pair. They're really bros in this deck, right? You can't really have one without the other. We don't have any of the pre-evos for the Incineroar, so the only way we can get the Incineroar out is with the Dark Union GX. Now, Dark Union GX has put 2 in any combination of Dark Pokemon GX and Dark Pokemon EX from your discard pile onto your bench. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it, attach 2 energy cards from your discard pile to each Pokemon that you put onto your bench. Now, that second part of Dark Union isn't really going to come into play. We're really only looking to get 2 energy to Dark Union GX for the basic effect. Now, we'll need to have at least, those 2 Incineroar GXs in the discard pile so that we can get them back with our Dark Union. But that's what we're going to look to do. Dark Union for the base effect, get back 2 Incineroar GX, and then we're off to the races with our Dark Pulse attack. Dark Pulse says 30 plus. This attack does 30 more damage times the amount of energy attached to all your Pokemon. There's also some very obvious synergy with something like Galarian Moltres. We'll get to that in a second. But of course, the Incineroar GX, when that's on your bench, you can Scar Charge and attach 3 Dark Energy cards from your deck onto this Pokemon. So you can see how it can ramp up turn after turn. Of course, if you have 2 Incineroar down on the field, right, that's an additional 180 damage a turn, right? If you're getting 6 energy out, 3 on one Incineroar, 3 on the other, additional 180. You maybe have 2 attached to the Greninja and Zoroark. That's already 270 damage, which is pretty crazy right out the gates. We also have Galarian Moltres with the Dire Flame Wings ability. We know this one. It's in ADP. It's in Eternatus lists. It's nice for just getting back that basic dark energy from the discard pile. So what we can do is power up this Greninja Zoroark in 1 turn, right? If we have a dark in the discard pile and we have our Galarian Moltres out and we have an energy attachment and an energy switch, all of a sudden, we can bring a Greninja Zoroark out of nowhere to get a Dark Union GX and put those Incineroar on the bench. So the rest of the list is really molded around this. We have a bunch of support Pokemon here, Crobat Vs and Dedenne-GXs, just to churn through our deck as fast as possible. You're often going to find that you're going to need the Dedenne-GX, and honestly, Dedenne is really good in here, not just for the drawing of cards, which is great, but for the discarding effect. We'll find ourselves with Incineroars either just raw in hand or maybe off of a Cherish Ball, and we just need to pitch them away to the discard pile for a Dark Union. Dedenne Change can really help with that. We also have Mewtwo and Mew-GX with the Perfection ability is going to allow us to copy the Greninja and Zoroark-GX. I like including the Mewtwo's in here just because there might be a random Urshifu list that you'll see, or you just want a little extra HP against something like an ADP Zacian deck where they just can't quite hit up to 270 damage. So I like the Mewtwo's in here. Of course, they are hindered a little bit by cards like Path to the Peak, but to counter that card, we have our own Chaotic Swell, of which I've incorporated 2 copies. Coming on down to the items here, we have 4 Cherish Ball and 4 Quick Ball. One of the deck decisions that I had to make when creating this list was whether or not I wanted to include Pokeball. And actually, an initial iteration of the deck had I think 2 Pokeball in it. I ended up cutting those, but that could be another option that you could go if you want to maybe refine the list. Maybe you go 4 Cherish Ball, 4 Quick Ball, and 4 Pokeball just to give you a more explosive start. An ideal first turn with this deck is to get that, Dark Union GX, of course. So you're going to want to have the Greninja Zoroark. You're going to want to have the Moltres so that you can power that up and energy switch off of it. You're going to want to have, your 2 Incineroar. So there's just a lot of Pokemon that you're looking for on that first turn. And so maybe more Ball Search would help you with that. Just a consideration. Now, We have here, of course, our Boss's Orders, great card. We have our Professor's Research, but we have a card that we don't normally see in decks, and that's Peony. I opted to just make this a complete glass cannon deck. So there's no Marnie, there's no reset stamp. So we're including Peony because it gives us that explosive start that we want. 2 trainer cards can really be the difference between getting that first turn Dark Union or not. And frankly, the deck plays off the board so well that you don't really need future cards, right? You can just Peony for the stuff you want and get all your Incineroars out on the field and then start one-shotting things and then eventually draw resources off either your prizes or your top deck so that you can, power up another attacker or do that last thing, get that last Boss's Orders that you need. But Peony is really great for searching out the energy switches. It's really great for searching out, the air balloons if you need that, or maybe you need an energy. So we have the one energy spinner in here. Peony is a really great inclusion. And again, has that side benefit of discarding the entire hand. So when you have Incineroars in your hand, you need them in the discard pile, you can either play Research, you can play Peony, you can play a Dedenne, and you can try to get those into the discard. So this is the list. It is so cool. I really think you'll be very impressed with how this deck performs. I don't know what to say. This is a solid, I would love to know. I think it's a solid deck. Tier 2 in my eyes after playing it for a handful of matches. I just want to see what you guys can come up with in terms of making this deck maybe even a little bit better than it already is, or what suggestions you would have for improvements for this deck, because I think this really has a lot of potential, and you'll see it in these next few games. We're going to play a couple of ADP decks in this next game. In these next few games, we're going to play Urshifu. We're going to play a few other decks as well. I just love playing this deck. I think you will as well. Let's take a look at my newest creation, Greninja and Zoroark with Incineroar. So how am I doing? Well, thank you so much for asking. It's a beautiful Saturday. Well, right now, I guess it's Friday, but I'm in Detroit right now if you're watching this video, hanging out with some friends up there. We are going to go second, so I think, I'm normally going to be like, all right, well, gee. It just depends on what we're playing against, right? Like, do we think this is going to be safer, or do we think that this is going to be safer? We have a really nice hand. All right, we'll go with the Mewtwo first. We hope we won't get punished. But let's see. There's a Mew. I love it. Thank you so much to my intuition for deciding to play the Mewtwo and Mew down first. To whomst do I owe the honor? Might be kind of tough here on the next turn, though. Okay, we do get a Chaotic Smell. Peony is gonna be the move, I think, because we're gonna go get, let's see, we're gonna go get Dedenne, I think, or no, we'll get Crobat and then maybe into a Dedenne. Sure. All right, let's go Peony. I'm gonna discard all the energy as well. Let's go Cherish, and we'll go, go Cherish, and we'll go like Air Balloon or something. Maybe Quick Ball, we'll go Cherish and Quick Ball. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we do have Dedenne. Oh, we do not have, all right, very good intel. We do not have another Crobat. Okay, so we'll take 2 Cherish Balls. We got the 1 Greninja in the discard, but it's not what we want ultimately. Let's go with the Incineroar. Another Cherish is going to get Dedenne. And we have to get really lucky off of this Dedenne since we don't have Crobat left. We have to get, like quite a considerable amount of things. We just weren't able to do that. So we had to go here. We do have another Peony, but we'll have to pass, unfortunately, for now. Peony is going to get it for us because we'll get the Energy Switch and the Energy Spinner. We missed out on a turn 1 attachment because we decided to put them both in the discard. We played so many energy that it's just like you'd rather have energy in the discard, generally speaking, so that your Moltres can get going. So there, in fact, is the rapid strike or the single strike Urshifu VMAX. We get a Houndoom showing up. Gonna be rough here if they do, in fact, get a knockout. And I mean, I think we give, let's see, 220. Oh man, we just can't afford to lose the Moltres. So I think it's got to be Dedenne, unfortunately. We can't afford to lose the Moltres because we need the energy acceleration. So if we go Dedenne, then we can still throw up 2 Mewtwo and kind of try to get the prize race evened like that. So yeah, of course they would have done only 160, but let's say they had used their G-Max 1 blow. I don't think we would have been able to overcome that on the Moltres, that is. Okay, so we do get Energy Switch. So we'll Energy Switch to the active. We'll go here. We'll go Peony. We will go Cherish, I believe. And yeah, we have to go Cherish. And we do have another energy. Oh no, we have the Energy Spinner. Okay, yeah, we should take the Energy Spinner. Very good. Let's go Energy Spinner. Get that. Here, take a look at the discard. We do have our 2 Incineroars in the discard. So now we can afford to get a Dedenne. Let's go here. Dire Flame Wings. And Dedenne-GX. So. That is a turn. Let's see. We could do weakness damage if we energy switch to the active. But we could only do 260 or 240, so I think it's better, we're better off using our Dark Union. Yeah, we're better off using our Dark Union here. Okay. And this is looking pretty solid. We maybe could have energy switched over to our other Mewtwo and Mew and just got that set up for next turn in case they have like a Marnie. We obviously know that they're going to get a knockout here. Yeah, so they're gonna G-Max 1 blow. Should have energy switched. That's on me. But now we're gonna go headhunting with the boss's orders. So let's go ahead and put up the Galarian Moltres. Oh. Scar Charge. We're setting up for a huge knockout here, man. Scar Charge. This is like ridiculous, bro. Let's go Dire Flame Wings. Energy Switch. We'll energy switch off of one of the Scar Chargers because that's going to get more energy later as well. We'll retreat. And then there we go with a Dark Pulse or Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse for 600 damage. Let's go. Give me a Crobat? Okay, no Crobat, no Crobat. But now we're in the driver's seat. Like anything that they bring up or anything that they try to play down, if they just play a single strike Urshifu, we just gust it up, do way too much damage to it. So I love where we're at here, positionally speaking. There's a Quick Ball. They did opt to discard that energy, which I feel like might be a rough discard. I feel like you want to attach that actually this turn. Ah, okay. So we do see that attachment. So let's see. There's that, the Houndooms. Oh, baby. Man, Impact Blow, they're really getting to it, huh? Okay. So, we have a choice now. Do we want to attack with the Mewtwo and Mew? And risk getting knocked out by like the Houndoom or something? Or do we want to retreat into another Pokemon? Now, they're just going to pass. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Dire Flame Wings. We'll go here. We won't Scar Charge. We won't Scar Charge. And then let's get him with the Crushing Punch. That was definitely a misclick, but it doesn't matter since we're hitting for weakness. Easy dubs. Literally, I think any attack there could have worked. We had like Dark Pulse. I think we only had Dark Pulse and like Crushing Punch. So there's that. Earn a Vitality. We are going to try to see how much damage we can do. So on the next turn, if they give us one more turn, we're going to try to go for it. See a Quick Ball. Try to get that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's one more dark. We can get to 12. 13 by attaching 14. We could potentially get to 14 energy on the board next turn, depending on what our top deck is. If we top deck into the last energy in our deck, then we can't do it. But this has been already like, this is the deck you know, your mama told you not to worry about. And the scoop. Let's go, baby. Oh, it's too good. Game number 2 of this broken deck, and I thank you guys all so much for being here with me today. If you're enjoying the content so far, please make sure to like this video. I'd love to see this video get over 100 likes. I feel like the content of this video, the originality of this deck list, like 150, 200 likes. I mean, just help me out. Give this video a like if you've enjoyed the content so far. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlexDaddyRighteous. I do most of my channel videos there. But there are some YouTube specific stuff like the stuff that you are seeing right now. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Cherish Ball is huge. And we're playing against a Zacian deck. All right, very good. We'd love to see a Quick Ball. If we get a Quick Ball here, we are in the driver's seat because we get to see the Galarian Moltres. We do already have the Energy Switch. I mean, it's looking like ADP. So if we can get a turn 1 Dark Union with our, requisite double Incineroar in the discard pile, then I think we have a really good shot at taking this one. Now, of course, Zacian is a huge threat to our Greninja, especially if they have the tool, the Rusted Sword. But we'll see if they do. Okay, just an Intrepid. A Quick Ball off the top, let's go! Enormous draw. So Galarian Moltres. We'll go here. We'll go here first. Dire Flame Wings. E-switch. Attach. We'll get 1 in the discard. And then we'll go research and we'll see what we can find. We're looking for, yep, I was just gonna say, we're looking for like another Incineroar and then another way to like get a Dedenne, and we do find that. Let's see, that's gonna power itself up. I think we drop, let's see, Mewtwo, this 1, 2. If we drop Mewtwo here, we could still get the double Incineroar. So I think we can go there. We can drop that Air Balloon on that boy. And then go here on the Dedenne. Now, no further ways to get energy into the discard, so we will just go ahead and Dark Union. Or excuse me, no further ways to get energy onto the Greninja Zoroark. So let's go ahead and Dark Union and get back both of our Incineroars. And then at this point, I think we just sweep. Like, we're gonna one-shot anything that they bring up, right? Because we have energy in the discard that we can get back with Moltres. We got energies to attach in the hand. We got double Incineroar, which is just absurd. So we should be able to sweep at this point. GG, dude. Take that. This is for all of the one prize decks that ADP has vanquished. This game's for them, okay? This one's for the little guy for sure. They don't even know what to do, bro. I think they're gonna scoop here real quick. So they had to bring up the Dedenne. We of course have the Air Balloon. Or we could just manually attach. Like, it literally does not matter at this point. The best we can hope for, though, is just that they don't scoop. I really need that to happen. I really need no scoop. No scoop meta here. No scoop meta. So they have discarded the Galarian Zapdos. Not that great against our field because we don't have, you know, multiple V Pokemon down. We just have the one Moltres. We'll see. I think they're thinking really hard about what they should do. Even if, again, let me just say it, like, even if they get an ADP up, they would need, you know, E-Switch attach to get the Alter Creation. We knock them out, and then they would need back-to-back Zacians, which is usually pretty hard to do against these kinds of decks. So let's see it. ADP. I'd love to see just the competitive nature of myself. I'd love to see, yep, the Energy Switch. Great. Great. They're gonna go with the Metal Sauce her. I hardly know her. And will we see an Altered Creation? Yeah, there's a Quick Ball, so I'd expect the Dedenne to come down here from our opponent. But again, let me just say it. I would love to see an Energy Switch so we could attack with the Mewtwo and Mew, because then if we knock out the ADP with Mewtwo and Mew, then we don't have to really worry about like getting one shot in return unless they have the Rusted Sword, which a lot of these decks aren't playing. So instead of attacking with the Greninja Zoroark, I literally just said they wouldn't play it, and there we see it. Okay, never mind. But I still think we attack with the Greninja Zoroark. I still think that is... Bruh, they just Intrepid Sworded. It's over, bro. It's over, bro. All right, Scar Charge. 1, 2, 3. Scar Charge. 1, 2, 3. Still think we try to attack here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Dire Flame Wings. We'll Quick Ball. Let's do that. Just take a look through the deck. Got Energy Switch. We'll research. I don't know. It's fine. We'll research. Yeah, there's an Energy Switch. Go Energy Switch there. Retreat. And I'm not even going to count. I'm just going to do a bunch of damage. 330. 330 damage. Bro, it's disgusting. This deck is seriously so disgusting. If you want to have fun playing Pokemon right now, play this deck, because 330 turn 2, you saw how easy it was, right? We had to get the Moltres out. We had to get the Greninja Zoroark out, and we had to get a couple of Incineroar in the discard pile. So that is kind of a tall order, but our deck did just fine. Like, we can do that, man, with this thing. It's crazy. And they drop another ADP that's going to be a boss's orders there. Very easy win here to finish it out. Unreal. There's 230 to the active. GG to my opponent. Let's go Dire Flame Wings. Let's go boss's orders on the ADP. And here we go, Dark Pulse. 360 damage. Too easy. Do we play one more? I feel like we gotta fill the coin in one go, right? Like, we gotta try to do in one video fill the coin challenge. This is certainly the best deck to play if you want to do that. But how am I doing? Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing pretty well. Things have been good here at the house. We're just like unpacking and such, which I am not particularly talented at. Oh my goodness. Redonkulous deck. We get to go ahead and Dedenne here. Ooh, but we're playing against a Dedenne deck. Oh no. Mad Party. Do one of these. Do one of these. Cherish. Incineroar. Yeah, and I'll discard that. Go for the Dedenne. We have Energy Switch and stuff, so like I'm not too worried about not attaching here off of this. I'd rather get the energy in the discard for the Moltres. And yeah, there we do find ourselves an energy. Go here in the Dire Flame Wings. We will attach. And then we could Energy Switch. I don't think we need to just yet. We'll just pass. See what our opponent does. Against these one prize decks, like we might be able to we might be able to forgo the Incineroar route. The only thing I would want Incineroar for is like another maybe attacker, because we probably want to lead Greninja Zoroark and then go into like Galarian Moltres. And then maybe another Galarian Moltres, right? Like 2 Galarian Moltres and then the Greninja Zoroark. So like I'm gonna see if we can do that, or maybe we try to do 2 Galarian Moltres and I don't know. We'll try to figure it out. This is not a matchup that I particularly want to see though, just for the record. So especially if they can get an attack off here, that'd be pretty bad for us. Okay, no attack. No attack. I do like that. All right. So Cherish Ball. Take a look. Get another Incineroar. We'll be able to get all of our Incineroars in the discard pile. Unfortunately, well, we could take a knockout with just what we have. That would force our opponent not to be able to boss twice for like the easiest prizes. But we want to get a boss ourselves for sure. Let's take the Dedenne. Go Energy Switch because we can. And Cherish Ball. Mewtwo I think is going to be our worst attacker, or like our second worst attacker here. And then we'll take a Galarian Moltres. I think we're playing the other Galarian Moltres down because we'd love to have him. Like again, I think our ideal attacker set is those few. So we attach, sadly. And I think we bossed the Sinistea. I think we try to squeeze them out and go with the Dark Pulse. We try to squeeze them out of the Poltegeist, and then by not taking a knockout on a Mad Partier, we don't let that go to the discard, right? So this is always going to stay on the field. They did have the Bruno, but I think going after their draw power is probably for the best, and they scoop 3-0, baby! Okay, we didn't do a lot of damage, so we didn't fill up that counter, but let's go one more. Now, one of the biggest hurdles with this deck that I've found has been the Decidueyes, the Alterias. So if we face off against like a pure Decidueye deck or a Decidueye Inteleon deck, like they're just gonna take us to the cleaners. But so long as that doesn't happen, I think we got a shot against pretty much everything else. Another ADP. Bro, we about to flex on him. Give me a quick ball off the top, just like one of our last games. Give me a quick ball off the top, you won't, coward. They didn't. All right, I will Crobat. It's too important. It's too important to try to get something going here on the first turn. So we unfortunately just have to pass. We are looking for a quick ball. We are looking for, honestly, a Cherish Ball or another Incineroar. I think pretty much guarantees it for us, right? Because we could Peony for Cherish and, well, no, we would need, yeah, we need a little bit more. We need something off this research to really do what we want to do. But the Chaotic Swell got him. There's a Cherish. There's a Mawile. They're going to be sorely disappointed when they see this hand. Yeah, get wrecked, buddy. I see a professor's research. So as long as they do not get the first turn, Altered Creation, I think we still win. Or we at least are on a very solid route to winning. We are probably going to have to drop a Dedenne. We already dropped a Crobat here, which I hate for us. But it kind of is what it is, you know? So there's the Dire Flame Wings. We get an Escape Rope. I hate that. And then a pass. Okay. Not too shabby. So at this point, we want to research. Try to find... Okay. Yep. We get Air Balloon. We get Mewtwo. I think. Yeah, we want to go with the Dedenne for sure. Let's get this out. Would it be better to get Mewtwo out? I think so, right? Let's go Greninja. And we need an energy. We need an energy switch. We do get that. Okay, very good. There's this. Dire Flame Wings. Go Energy Switch. And Dark Union. Unfortunately, we're going to have to bring back a Greninja Zoroark. Just, you know, that's how the card is worded. But we do get out our Incineroar-GX. And at this point, we're accelerating 5 energy a turn. Which is pretty good. I don't think I don't feel like I need to remind you guys. So 1, 2, 3. Plus 5. And then the other thing we can do is we can Crushing Punch if we don't get a knockout here. So 1, 2, 3, we get 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna have 8 total, which is 270. So that's technically not enough for a knockout. So I think what we'll have to do here is Crushing Punch. Discard this this Aurora energy and then see what we can do. So there's that. They're gonna GX. Yeah, Altered Creation. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Scar Charge. 1, 2, 3. Do get that. Get the Dire Flame Wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 270. And this has to go on the active, I think, so that we can go ahead and Crushing Punch. So not the worst, actually, against ADP, because they're playing all these special energy. They can still get it with Energy Switch, but they have 3 in the discard at this point. So, like, it's definitely not a guarantee. Now, what they could just do is, like, go here with the Galarian Moltres, gust up our Moltres or something, or maybe even the Incineroar, gust up our Incineroar. Oh, but they're just gonna go for, okay, that's huge. That is so big. All right. This happens. This happens. And then at this point, we can, I think we want to, let's save the Quick Ball, actually. Do that. We'll Dark Pulse for a lot of damage. Yep, there is that 330. And as long as they don't play the Rusted Sword, we get a Boss's Orders. That could be very nice. They can just go boss game, which is certainly what they're trying to set up. I have no doubt. But we'll see. We'll see if they can do that. There's a Tool Scrapper. Okay. If they don't have boss, we're in a really good spot. But certainly, you gotta think, oh, they only have 2 left. Gotta think that they maybe don't have it here. Let's see what they got. This is gonna be a photo finish. We stumbled out of the gates a little bit. They did have it. No. No. Okay. 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 So do they have boss in their hand, their last boss to win the game? I won't be too upset. We played valiantly here today. Let's go ahead and Dire Flame Wings. We need to take out the Zacian though. I think we need to take out the Zacian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be 300 damage. Let's take out the Zacian with the Dark Pulse. And then we'll see if they have their last boss for game. And if they do, well played. And if they don't, 2-0 against ADP today. Let's see it. No, great catch. Just getting there in the end. I thought that the Zacian would be a bigger threat because they could have the sword. You just never know if this was an open deck list. I would have gone for the Moltres if they didn't have sword. But yeah, we just got outplayed just a little bit. Weren't able to find that second Incineroar, and that's really what was the difference in our game. So GG to all my opponents. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck list so much. It has been a real pleasure to bring this one to you today. Let me know in the comments below, do you think that this is a contender or a pretender? I think at the very worst, this feels like, you know, a tier 2, like a low tier 2 deck, just because of all the moving pieces. But then again, this is the initial list for this archetype. I haven't seen this anywhere else. So if there's a way you think I could improve this deck, let me know down in the comments below. So that's all we have for today, guys. Remember, good luck and also have fun.